back tomorrow.
Cindy might have gone by now. I sat with Marco for nearly an hour yesterday while he told me there was nothing he could do without an address. Now I bring him one and he's not even there.
He wasn't to know.
Oh, he doesn't care, that's why. None of them do.
And there was me worrying about being cooped up in the hotel.
I don't even know what I'm doing here. I never did anything.
It was good though, wasn't it? It'll be a long time before he cheats at pool again.
How comes you're so cheerful?
I know, it makes a change, doesn't it? Being away from the square, away from the Queen Vic, out from behind that bar. It's like the old days.
What old days?
Oh, you know, waking up not knowing where you are.
We're in the nick.
No, you know what I mean.
I thought I had problems.
You what?
Well, it says a lot about your life, doesn't it? If you'd rather be locked up than back at home.
That isn't what I said.
Yes, it is.
I said it makes a nice change.
You said you'd rather be here than back in Walford, behind that bar. Your words.
Well, I would.
And what about Tiffany?
What about her?
Was she included in all this?
No, of course not.
So you'd rather she was here with you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. Anyway, Tiff's all right. I suppose if you've got to have a missus, you could do a lot worse.
You old romantic, you.
I know, can't help myself.
I'm sorry, but it doesn't appear they stayed in their room last night. Key is still there.
And they didn't phone or leave a message?
Nothing.
OK, thanks, Roberto. As soon as they come in, can you tell them to find me? I'll be on the terrace.
Of course.
Thank you.
Well, it just round things off nicely for me and Kath, wasn't it? I come out here to help her blue-eyed boy and end up getting locked up and brawling in the bar.
It was my fault, not yours.
Well, I can't see anyone believing that, can you? Especially not Catherine.
I'll tell them it was all down to me and you just happened to be passing as the old Bill showed up.
Oh, right. Then everyone would think you're covering up for me, wouldn't they? I look like a prat again, and you come out like Snow White.
No, your trouble. All the alcohol's rotted your brain. The lights are on, but no one's at home. They've all gone off to live in La La Land.
Oh, this is terrific, this is, isn't it? I'm banged up in an Italian nick being psychoanalysed by someone with the IQ of a banana.
Just trying to help.
Well, don't. You're not very good at it.
Su, in piedi! In piedi! Seguitemi.
I didn't sleep in their room last night.
Oh?
So where are they?
It doesn't matter. Mark will be back from Milan in the morning. We give him Cindy's address and we get things moving.
One of us should be there, watching her.
Ian, we know where she is now. Everything's gonna be okay.
Well, I've stayed in worse than Nick's.
Where are we going to tell him we were?
Nothing to do with him, is it?
Well, if he finds out we've been out all night, he'll think we've pulled. The only way to convince him we didn't is to tell him the truth.
What, that we were banged up?
Exactly.
Not much of a choice, is it? I vote we lie.
Yeah, but what about?
I don't know, say we were looking for Cindy.
All night?
Don't worry, we'll think of something. Taxi!
Listen, about us yesterday. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea.
No. I went wrong time, wrong place, that's all.
Just thought you might have argued a bit.
Grazie. Arrivederci.
Oh, Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Beale has been looking for you. He asked if you could join him on the terrace.
We'll have to wait, I'm knackered.
No, come on, something might have happened.
What?
Well, I don't know, that's why we should go and find out. Look, Grant, we come here to help, remember? All we've done so far is have 2 punch-ups and got nicked.
All right, you better be good.
My life's all up in the air at the moment. I don't know whether getting involved with me is such a good idea.
Okay.
Look, maybe when we get back, we could... Where have you two been?
Don't ask.
He had a few too many past that. I couldn't just leave him. So, what's going on?
We found her.
Where?
In a club on the outskirts of town. It was my last call yesterday.
Were you sure it's her?
Absolutely. She was there till just after 11. Then I followed her home. She stopped off on the way to pick up the children. Then she left there, drove to a villa on the other side of the lake. I drove by again this morning and her car was still outside.
What are we waiting for? Let's get over there.
There's no guarantee she'll see us.
Then we kick the door in.
It shouldn't be too difficult to get a phone number.
No, we phone her first. What's to stop her doing a run? What do you think?
I don't know.
My advice is we don't do anything to frighten her off. She obviously doesn't know you're here, and I suggest we keep it that way for now.
You told your solicitor, mate?
No, he's got to Milan on business, won't be back until tomorrow. And even when he gets back, it's still going to take months.
And what's to stop her moving and we're sat here doing nothing?
We might be able to get some kind of restraining order.
Well, she ain't going to take a lot of notes of that, is she? She's already snatched them once.
Right, so we snatch them back.
No, I want to do this properly. I don't want any cock-ups.
I agree.
There won't be any. But do you want your kids back or not?
That's a stupid question.
Yeah, well, I wasn't asking you.
Well, they're Ian's children. It's for him to decide what we do, not you.
Right, so if you decide to take them back to England, you'll help us, will you?
I think we should do things legally. But I'm willing to be guided by whatever Ian wants.
That's big of you.
Look, there's no point arguing amongst ourselves. That's not going to get us anywhere, is it? Look, can you afford to stay here for the next 6 months and go through the course?
No. But I can start proceedings and come back as and when necessary.
By which time she'll be longer.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, maybe Grant's right.
Remember what Marco told you about child abduction here? They don't like it. If you try and fail, you might mess up any chance you've got of getting the children back legally.
So we don't fail.
I'm sorry, but your track record since you got here doesn't exactly fill me with confidence.
Don't sweat it, darling. We'll get the job done.
There is another option. You could always try talking to her.
What?
Arrange to meet her, see what's on her mind. I could phone her, tell her that I'm here alone, and that I've got a message from you. She just might be curious enough to meet me.
What if she isn't?
Oh, I'm willing to bet good money I can make her curious.
Then what?
I'll arrange to meet her here.
And I'm here instead.
By the time she realises, it will be too late.
Phil?
Well, it's down to you, but I suppose at least this way you know what you're dealing with.
All right, do it.
Give me an hour. I'll call you and let you know what I've arranged.
Am I doing the right thing?
It's a start. At least maybe she'll let you see the kids.
Well, I think you're being a mug. Cindy's the one that's in the wrong here. She stole your kids from you. Now you know where they are. You get them, you put them on a plane, you take them home.
Grant, it's not that easy, is it?
Yes, it is. You've still got them on your passport, haven't you?
Yeah,
But I don't see what your problem is. Look, Cindy's not likely to bring Peter and Steve in here, is she? They're more likely to be at this villa or at the childminders. So you keep Cindy busy. Me and Phil will go over there. We get the kids. We meet you at the airport.
Well, like I said, it's down to you, but well, we're here to help. All you have to do is point us in the right direction.
By this time tomorrow, you could have them home in London where they belong.
I don't know. I mean, what if you mess up? It'd go against me with the courts. I might never get them back.
We won't get caught.
No. Let me just talk to her first.
This is the perfect opportunity. As soon as Cindy finds out that you're out here, she's not going to let those kids out of her sight.
That's true.
Ian, if you don't do this now, you will never get your kids back. And this whole trip would have been a waste of time.
All you got to do is say the word.
Stephen, don't let Peter eat the toys. Please. Pronto, che parla?
Mrs. Beale?
How did you get my number?
That doesn't matter. What does is that I've got a message from your husband. I'm staying at the Pergola Hotel and I was wondering if you could meet me. My name's Ross Thorne. I'm an investigator from England and I've been hired by your husband to locate his children. No, you don't have to, but as I have to report back to your husband anyway, it may be in your interest to speak to me before I do go back. It's entirely up to you.
No, I've got nothing to say to you or him.
I think that would be a mistake. Because he's anxious for the children to be reunited, if necessary, by bringing Lucy here to you.
Lucy? You're lying. How do I know you're on your own? When? Okay, I'll be there.
I've told reception to send her straight up here when she comes.
Right.
Now, she thinks I'm here on my own, so it'd be better if you two weren't around. One sight of you and she knows that she's been set up.
Don't worry, we'll be long gone.
I'll be downstairs in the bar then. I'll call you as soon as she arrives.
What if she's not on her own?
Then I'll intercept her downstairs, get her away from whoever she's with and bring her up here on my own.
If the boys are with her, I can't do this.
If they are, then I'll deal with it, okay?
Right, time we weren't here.
I'll see you later. Good luck, yeah?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to feel seeing her again.
You'll be fine. We've worked hard for this.
I know.
Just play it by ear. It might turn out better than you think. I'll call you as soon as she arrives.
Ros,
Yeah?
never mind, you go ahead.
Here she is. Josephine.
Ciao.
Bye. See you later. Be
Bye.
good.
Bye. Bye, Mama.
We better get moving. She'll be here in a minute.
I'm going as fast as I can.
All we need is for her to pull up as we're walking out. Better go out the back way.
I reckon you're more nervous about this than Ian is.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd blown it. It's like a second chance, isn't it?
Brownie point's still intact, eh?
But it will be if you hurry up.
Wonder what'll happen when she gets here. I mean, as marriages go, you have to admit theirs hasn't exactly been perfect, has it? What with her having affairs, hiring someone to shoot him and kidnapping his kids. I mean, how'd you greet someone after all that? Hello, how you doing? Nice to see you, long time no see.
You ready?
I was born ready.
Sei pronto hotel aperto?
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
I've come to meet Ross Thorne.
I see. She's expecting you. She asked if you would go to room 12.
Room 12.
Yes, you take the stairs. It is on your left.
Can you call her and tell her I'm here?
Of course. Sure. I'm sorry, the line is busy. I know she had a phone call put through to England a few moments ago.
Okay, could you tell me, do you have a Mr. Beale staying here?
I'll check for you. No, I'm sorry. No one of that name.
Okay, thanks.
Hello? Okay.
How could I have been so stupid? I knew it, and I still came.
Don't you think you better come in?
No, I don't.
All I want to do is talk.
I've got nothing to say to you, Ian.
Fine, then you can just listen.
You've got nothing that would interest me.
Not even Lucy?
Is she here?
No, but my guess is you want to know about her as much as I want to know about the boys. So why don't you come in and close the door?
How did you find me?
Does it matter?
No, I suppose not. I knew you would sooner or later. How's Lucy?
Missing her brothers.
They're missing her too.
Yeah, well, whose fault's that?
There was nothing I could do. She was supposed to be with them.
You walked away and left your own child.
Don't you think I know what I did?
You still did it, though.
Yeah, and there isn't a single minute of the day when I don't think about her.
Well, I wonder who's had the most sleepless nights, you or Lucy?
Don't, Ian. Please.
I've bought some photos. I don't know whether you're interested. Think she's changed?
She's beautiful. You still haven't told me how you found me.
Sally.
If I'd moved, she didn't have my new address.
We knew you were around here somewhere. Ros did the rest.
She your new girlfriend, is she?
No, she works for me. What about you? How's David?
I wouldn't know.
Well, I thought that's why you came to Italy.
What?
He was in Milan. Oh, don't tell me you didn't know.
I came here because I had a job for the summer and stayed on. Nothing to do with David.
Find that hard to believe.
Believe what you like, Ian. Can I use the bathroom?
How are the boys?
They're fine. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't got any.
It's okay.
I could send you some. I've been meaning to.
I want to see them.
No.
Cindy, you can't stop me from seeing my own sons.
No, Ian. It would just upset them.
You've got no right to do that.
I've got every right. I'm their mother.
And I'm their father.
No. It would just confuse them.
Why? What have you told them?
I haven't told them anything. I just said that Mummy and Daddy weren't living together anymore.
And don't they ask why I haven't been to see them?
Yes.
And?
I told them you were busy.
You told my sons I was too busy to go and see them.
I didn't know what else to say, Ian.
Well, how about the truth? Never exactly been your strong point, now, has it? The truth.
Look, I know what I did was wrong. But it hasn't been easy for me, you know.
My heart bleeds for you.
I don't have to listen to this.
Cindy, please. I know you hate me, but what about the boys? Don't you think they've got a right to know that their dad still loves them? You can't let them grow up thinking I didn't want them.
I don't know, Ian.
I can't go back without seeing them.
That's it. That's all you want, just to see them.
I miss them as much as you miss Lucy.
I need to talk to them.
Fine.
How long are you here for?
A couple of days.
And if I let you see them, that's it. You'll go.
If that's what you want. It'd be nice to write to them, send them some things, maybe even come over and visit sometime. Bring Lucy.
How do I know I can trust you?
If I was going to do something, don't you think I'd have done it by now? All I want to do is talk.
You'll have to give me time to think about it.
OK. So how are you coping? With money, I mean. Have the boys got everything they need?
I'm fine. We're all fine.
So you're with someone?
I don't think that's any of your business, Ian.
If my kids have got a new father, I think I've got a right to know, especially if it's David Wicks.
I'm not with David. I've told you I never was.
That's not exactly true, is it?
You know what I mean, since I left Walford.
I could never understand that. Why didn't he come with you?
He dumped me. Well, that's what you wanted to hear, wasn't it? When it came down to it, he didn't have the bottle.
Must be a family trait.
I suppose he denied all knowledge of everything. Said it was all down to me.
Of course.
At least he was consistent.
I've thought about it a lot since you left. I don't blame you for seeing someone else.
What?
I wasn't being much of a husband, was I?
It wasn't your fault, Ian.
I was too busy doing everything else to realise you weren't happy.
No, you weren't. You were looking after the kids. I know that. You're the only man that's ever treated me right, Ian. I was stupid. I always have been. I was stuck at home with the kids all day, and then David came along and he seemed exciting.
I can't believe I didn't see it coming.
He was too clever for both of us. He tried it on a couple of times. I told him I wasn't interested.
But you were.
I must have been. It was like he knew what I was thinking. And then one day it happened. But he made it happen. Like he made everything happen. And then once it had, I thought that was it. I could just bury it, get it out of my system, carry on as normal. I know you won't believe this, Ian, but I really wanted to be a good wife to you, and I could have done if it wasn't for David.
You were a good wife. I just didn't realise it.
How can you say that after everything I've done?
None of this matters anyway.
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because the one thing I know, Ian, the thing that still keeps me awake at night is that you didn't deserve any of this. When you found me in that bedsit, after Simon had left me, you took me back, gave me another chance. You should have just left me there.
I didn't do it out of the kindness of my heart. I wanted you back.
I don't know why. All I ever seemed to do was make you miserable.
You never made me miserable. Not when we were together.
I'm sorry I took the kids away. I just didn't know what else to do.
I hated you for that. For Lucy being on her own.
I know. And I almost came back more times than I can remember. But I knew that if I did, I'd lose the boys.
You could always come back now. Back to London. Cindy, you don't have to hide anymore. Look, I'd help you find a place. I mean, you could be close to Lucy.
No, Ian, I've built a life here.
Don't you think she's more important?
Well, then let her come and live with me and the boys. She'd love it here, Ian.
No, she's all I've got.
Well, look, like you said, you can still come and see her. You could talk to them on the phone, send them things. I mean, we'll work out an agreement. We'll do it properly. I'll sign it.
You think I could live with an arrangement like that?
Please, Ian, I'm a mother. She should be with me.
You left her.
I didn't mean to.
She doesn't know that. All she knows is her mum took her brothers away and left her
Stop
behind.
it.
It's the truth.
I told you I didn't mean to. I went to the nursery and Pat had picked her up.
I was in hospital and you were taking my kids away from me.
I had to go. I couldn't leave them behind, Ian.
Why? I mean, why should they suffer for something you've done?
They're not suffering.
Well, phone up our daughter and tell her that.
Do you reckon we hear any more from the Italian old Bill? Nah. It was good though, wasn't it? Getting cautioned in Italian. I couldn't understand a word the bloke was saying.
That geezer's face when you told him he was a veggie.
Well, I couldn't eat the stuff they were serving. It was horrible. It had all bits in it and everything.
Tasted all right to me.
It's because you're an animal.
I mean, all right, pig's ear of everything, ain't I?
No. It's just the way it goes sometimes. And you'll pull out of it.
I really love her, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Truth is, I don't think I'm ever going to get her back. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
We'll worry about that when we get home, mate. Here, I wonder how Cindy's getting on with the boy wonder.
Maybe he's topped her by now.
Either that or the other way around. You know, first you don't succeed and all that.
Must be weird for him, though. Seeing her after all this time.
Yeah. You don't reckon you're doing anything stupid, do you? Like try and take her back?
Nah. Even Ian ain't that stupid.
I think I better go.
No. No, not yet. I'm sorry I shouted at you. I just get so frustrated. I remember walking along thinking, everything's going to be fine. Next thing I know, I get shot, end up in hospital, and lose my wife and my sons. My life decimated inside a week. Not the sort of thing you take in your stride, is it? I thought I was the luckiest man alive. You know, business was doing well, nice house, beautiful wife, 3 lovely kids. If it hadn't been for Lucy, I don't think I'd be here now.
Don't say that.
What do you expect me to do? I just shrug it off, put it down to experience, carry on as if nothing's happened?
Of course not.
I don't think you realise how big a hole you and the boys left. I remember waking up each morning realising you weren't there anymore. Questions from Lucy, never-ending questions. I just couldn't answer.
I know I should have phoned. Told you we were safe. But the only way I could picture you was angry, and I was frightened.
Yeah.
I wanted to explain, or at least try. I got on that train, and suddenly I saw everything for what it was. I knew I'd made the biggest mistake of my life, and there was nothing I could do about it. And there still isn't. I can't put things right however much I might want to, Ian. Neither of us can.
I used to think about it a lot.
What?
What I'd do if you turned up on a doorstep, begging forgiveness.
And?
I'd slam the door in your face. And as time went by, I started having conversations with you in my head.
Yeah, I had a few of those myself.
Yeah, always sound better on your own, don't they?
Yeah.
Other person always says what you want them to.
And what do you want me to say?
And it never happened.
I wish I could.
Come on then.
I can't, Ian. I'm sorry I hurt you, really I am. But we can't change what happened. However much we might want to.
Roberto, I'd like to settle Mr. Beale's account.
Are you checking out?
Sorry, change of plan.
Understand you're paying for all the rooms.
Yes. And something for you?
Thank you.
You've been a great help.
Mr. Beale is a very nice man.
Yeah.
What do you think? Let's do it.
Ciao, come stai?
Insomma, si tira avanti, tu?
Now what? Better wait.
E porto, por favore.
Why are you doing this?
What?
Talking to me like this? You should be shouting at me.
I wanted to. I've dreamt about finding you ever since you left. Making you suffer the way I did. Hurting you. But now that you're here, I can't do it.
But how can you even think of us getting back together again? And it just doesn't make sense.
Not to anyone else, maybe, but it does to me.
You can't mean that.
Why not? You said yourself you wanted things to work out between us. And they would have done if it hadn't been for David Wicks. He's gone now.
You're serious, aren't you?
I've never been more serious about anything in my life.
You really think we can pick up where we left off after everything that's happened?
We can move away, start again somewhere else.
It might be worth it just to see your mum's face.
This has got nothing to do with my mum or anyone else.
I don't know what to say.
Say you'll think about it.
It would never work, Ian. It couldn't.
It could if we both wanted it to.
No, Ian. You don't want me. You just want the boys. This is the only way you can think of getting them back. That's what this is all about, isn't it?
We've got to go now.
Give it another 10 minutes.
I mean, who is he? Roz never said anything about a bloke.
I don't know, but whoever he is, let's hope it's a flying visit, eh?
I ain't got time for this.
Look, we can't go in there and start a war, can we? The kids are in there.
And what if they come out, get in a car and drive off?
I don't know.
I'm not saying I haven't thought about getting the kids back. But this isn't about them, it's about you and me.
Don't, Ian.
Tell me you haven't thought about it. Tell me you're not thinking about it right now. You, me, Stephen, Peter and Lucy together again. You can't, can you?
Why are you doing this?
Don't you know?
If I did, I wouldn't be asking.
I still love you. There was never a time when I didn't.
Stately family drama in post-war Australia. A Place to Call Home is at 2:15. More classic EastEnders next.